The highly anticipated book, Catherine, Princess of Wales, has captured public attention. This biographical work promises to finally lift the veil of mystery surrounding one of the most discussed and intriguing figures of our time. Readers are invited to discover the true life hidden from public view behind magnificent royal curtains, and the untold stories carefully preserved within the ancient walls of palace residences. Despite Kate Middleton's consistent efforts to remain out of the spotlight, careful not to attract excessive attention or overshadow her husband's fame or the legendary legacy of his mother, Princess Diana, her true self is now revealed on pages accessible to the general public. Few could have imagined that behind her impeccable high society facade lies a deeply individual personality. Readers are offered a dive into the intimate moments of her biography that, until recently, remained unseen by the outside world. It will become clear how she exerts a unique yet significant, calming influence on the direct heir to the throne, and why she has earned the nickname of the reigning monarch's favorite daughter-in-law. Special attention is given to the story of how her witty reply to an innocent question from a naive schoolgirl, "Who are you?" instantly became a widely quoted catchphrase. In a world where every step of a public figure is meticulously controlled and analyzed, Kate Middleton somehow manages to maintain an air of mystery that is both captivating and enchanting. It will become evident that beneath her seemingly simple image lie far more facets than one might initially assume. "You must never assume that people are interested in you as a person," Prince Philip reportedly advised, his voice clearly carrying notes of profound instruction, as if imparting a vital lesson in royal life. "They are only interested in the royal family and everything connected with it," he added, emphasizing the specific nature of public attention towards members of the monarchy. On August 1st, 2024, the eagerly awaited literary work, Catherine, Princess of Wales, a biography by Robert Jobson, officially appeared on bookstore shelves. This significant moment was anticipated with great excitement by many connoisseurs of royal history and admirers of the princess. Days before the book's official launch, leading English tabloids received exclusive rights to present selected chapters to their readers, further intensifying public interest. This is the unexplored flip side of her life. Journalists who have already reviewed the content confidently and categorically state, they promise that the pages of this book will be filled with numerous, thrilling facts, previously unknown to the general public, shedding new light on aspects of the princess's biography. The unique engagement ring presented to Kate fit her finger flawlessly, as if it had been created just for her. No adjustments or alterations were needed. "It's a sign," William said, accompanying his words with a playful wink, which added an extra touch of lightness and romantic symbolism to this special moment. Kate, of course, was well aware of the inevitable comparisons to the late Princess Diana, and her premonitions were fully justified. The public constantly identified numerous commonalities in their fashion preferences and overall manner of dress, creating endless subjects for discussion. Some of her outfits and accessories seem so strikingly similar to those worn by Diana that many felt Kate deliberately sought to replicate her predecessor's iconic looks. This tendency was particularly evident in her choice of dress colors after the birth of each of her children. The comparison between Kate and Diana is inevitable, especially in the context of their roles within the royal family and their influence on raising children. However, as Jobson explains, despite external parallels, they are profoundly different, and these distinctions become increasingly apparent with each passing year, only highlighting the uniqueness of each woman. Kate, unlike Princess Diana, stands out primarily due to her education, as well as her innate calm and composure. She does not strive to make an impact as a glamorous style icon, preferring to focus on her duties and demonstrate stability. It is entirely irrelevant that Kate comes from a middle-class background, whereas Princess Diana was born into the aristocracy. Far more significant is that Kate grew up in an atmosphere of genuine love and reliable support, where family relationships were exceptionally warm and strong, shaping her personality. Diana's family had serious problems, and harmony, unfortunately, was not to be expected. It is likely due to the peaceful and stable environment in her home that Kate developed such a confident and resilient character, which helps her navigate the challenges of royal life with assurance. Of course, Diana was significantly younger when she entered the royal family. To this must be added her independent spirit and emotional nature, traits that undoubtedly passed down to William, shaping his personality. One of the key reasons for her harmonious marriage with William is that Kate exerts an exclusively positive and calming influence on her husband. It is thanks to her that the relationship between the prince and his father has significantly improved and become stronger than it was before their wedding, which is a major achievement. The truth is, William felt from childhood that his father often prioritized duty and royal obligations over family ties. Because of this, both sons sometimes felt abandoned and forgotten. Their mother, however, acted ambiguously in such situations. William repeatedly asked her to avoid discussing unpleasant topics concerning his father, but she often ignored these requests, exacerbating the situation. Today, William's priority is to be a father who actively participates in his children's lives, striving to create a carefree childhood free from drama. In this noble endeavor, Kate is his crucial support, radiating an atmosphere of serenity and stability. The prince sincerely longs for his children to experience the same idyllic childhood that the Middletons provided for Kate, and to avoid the constant conflicts and dramas that characterized his own childhood, which became a serious lesson for him. She has also significantly influenced the formation of the fragile yet existing relationship between her husband, Prince William, and Camilla, the Queen Consort. Moreover, she has become the key link effectively connecting Prince William and His Majesty King Charles III, fostering deeper and more fruitful mutual understanding. It's no wonder the monarch often, and with undisguised affection, refers to her as his favorite daughter-in-law. She consistently strives for an objective analysis of all sides in any conflict that arises, shared a source closely connected to the royal family. She rightfully possesses deep judiciousness and enviable emotional maturity, which enables her to effectively manage the most challenging circumstances and find sound solutions. Claims that Kate Middleton allegedly imitates the late Princess Diana have been the subject of countless speculation and discussion, and it seemed only the most indifferent person failed to comment on it. However, a significant inaccuracy lies hidden within this deeply flawed notion. One of the key factors in her success has undoubtedly been her conscious avoidance of directly imitating Princess Diana. She managed not only to establish harmonious relationships with members of the royal family, but also to find an optimal balance between fulfilling her high royal duties and her unwavering responsibility as a mother. It was in 2015, when Kate was expecting their second child, that Prince William presented these carefully considered arrangements regarding her role and responsibilities to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II for her review. Don't expect people to show interest in you as an individual, the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, once instructively warned her when she was still a prince's companion and not yet a duchess. Their true interest is focused solely on the family. From now on, you will become an integral part of the image the public has already formed of you. Exercise maximum discretion and never look directly into the camera, as media personalities or showbiz stars do. Some members of the public found her figure somewhat bland or even boring. The renowned writer Hilary Mantel allowed herself a rather cutting remark, stating that Kate reminded her of a jointed doll whose movements are controlled by invisible strings. However, such a perception is likely explained by the fact that Kate has never publicly displayed her personal experiences and difficulties, while demonstrating an exceptional ability to control every aspect of her life. And indeed, if a person does not exhibit striking eccentricity, does that automatically mean they are faceless or bland? The very moment Kate Middleton made an official visit to Paris, the capital of France, an enthusiastic student couldn't help but exclaim loudly to her, "Your Royal Highness, you are the true embodiment of beauty and perfection." To which Kate, with her characteristic modesty and a smile, retorted, "Oh, that statement is quite far from the truth. I believe it's merely the result of the diligent work of my makeup artists, who have done a splendid job." Her close friends and family are well aware of her subtle and well-developed sense of humor. For instance, it's known that she once gave Prince Harry a rather witty gift, a kit called Make Your Own Girlfriend, and this was before he had met Meghan Markle. Kate didn't know Meghan at that time. While in the Netherlands, Kate Middleton was spotted wearing earrings whose shape and style remarkably resembled the jewelry depicted in Jan Vermeer's world-famous painting, Girl with a Pearl Earring. This subtle stylistic choice piqued the interest of the public and fashion critics alike. Before Prince Harry married, he and Kate spent a significant amount of time together, filled with easy laughter and shared fun, as biographer Robert Jobson notes in his book. Their relationship was warm and friendly, underscoring family harmony. The first signs of tension in the relationship between the brothers and their wives began to emerge when Prince William voiced critical remarks to his younger brother regarding the rapid development of his romantic relationship. William expressed the opinion that Harry should have gotten to know Meghan Markle much more deeply before making such serious decisions as an engagement. This remark was perceived by the younger brother as a deep insult, which naturally hurt his feelings. The second point of contention was financial matters. I won't say Meghan was envious, but at times it was quite evident her dissatisfaction with the incomparable luxury William lived in compared to their own situation, shared an anonymous source close to the royal family. Meghan certainly understood that William was the first in line to the throne after his father, King Charles III, yet despite this, she sincerely believed that Prince Harry deserved far more than what he had. Days before the royal wedding, a serious conflict erupted. Meghan brought Kate Middleton to tears during the critical process of fitting dresses for the young bridesmaids. Later, this story was drastically reversed, and a different version entered the public sphere. She was the one who was hurt and cried, implying that Meghan was the victim of circumstances. Cynics, in turn, remarked acerbically that the Duchess of Sussex possessed an innate ability to easily bring tears to those around her. Meghan Markle once proudly declared, "I can do that masterfully. Isn't that what actors are taught?" This phrase, delivered with her characteristic self-assurance, elicited a mixed reaction. Later, another highly unfortunate remark from Meghan to Kate arose, a mention of baby brain in the context of Kate's recent delivery of her third child. During this period, Kate was indeed perceiving reality somewhat differently, given the colossal changes and hormonal shifts in her life after the recent addition to her family. "We're not close enough to discuss my hormones," Kate responded sharply and unequivocally, making it clear where the boundaries of their communication lay. "Meghan is rude," Prince William stated directly to his brother, Harry, which provoked a new, even stronger escalation in their already strained relationship. Harry was deeply displeased that his wife was being challenged so categorically and uncompromisingly. At Harry's wedding, it was clearly noticeable to everyone present how the atmosphere among the royal family members had reached a boiling point. The phrase "recollections may vary" is attributed to Kate Middleton. It proves so versatile and concise in its meaning that it continues to serve as a reliable shield against any attacks to this day, allowing for a delicate evasion of sharp corners in disputes about the past. But most curiously, despite her widespread fame and public profile, not every resident of the United Kingdom can recognize her face. This surprising fact became apparent to the Princess of Wales during one of her visits to an educational institution. "Who are you?" It was with this direct and disarming question that a young schoolgirl addressed Kate Middleton, unaware of who stood before her. Kate's response at that moment was quite witty and deserves special attention, demonstrating her resourcefulness and modesty. For several months, Kate Middleton has been bravely battling cancer, which, unfortunately, has led to a significant reduction in her official engagements and public appearances. She has been forced to hand over some of her numerous duties to her husband, Prince William, while other events have been completely canceled to allow her to focus on treatment and recovery. However, thanks to the successes in chemotherapy achieved in recent months, the princess was able to appear at a number of important public events. In June, the British public was pleasantly surprised and genuinely delighted to see Kate at the ceremonial Trooping the Color Fashion Parade. As the daughter-in-law of King Tom, Charles III, who is also battling a similar ailment, she appeared on July 14th at the men's final of the prestigious Wimbledon tournament. And soon after, accompanied by Prince William, they traveled to Balmoral, the historic summer residence of the British royal family, located in picturesque Scotland. Despite the media monitoring Kate's every move, her identity still remains somewhat of a mystery to some residents of the United Kingdom. During a visit last year to a primary school in the Scottish town of Moray, a young schoolgirl, not recognizing the famous figure, asked a direct question about her identity. Kate, displaying admirable composure and not losing her presence of mind for a second, simply pointed to her husband, Prince William, who was standing beside her. "I am William's wife," she replied with a warm smile, deliberately avoiding mention of her high royal title and numerous prerogatives, demonstrating her simplicity and approachability. In turn, Prince William also became a target for curious questions from the school children. One student, attempting to guess the age of King Charles III's eldest son, suggested a rather mature 57 years. The prince reacted to this with his characteristic humor. "I'm not that old." According to information published by the Daily Mail, Kate and her family planned a trip to Balmoral on August 12th, coinciding with the start of the grouse hunting season. Despite the positive dynamics in the princess's health, the current period, according to informed sources, remains incredibly troubling and requires close attention. Another insider close to the royal family reports that Kate is unlikely to return to her full work schedule in September. People will have to get used to Kate appearing in public less frequently than before. Her priorities have now significantly shifted in favor of family and children. Like many who have gone through such a serious ordeal, the princess will now pay significantly more attention to what is truly important and valuable in her life, the source shares, emphasizing the changes in her life philosophy.